It was March of 2018, and I became a divorcee. I looked around the neighborhood at all the happy, beautiful couples and thought, who am I now? I'm no one's wife, I'm not a partner, no one's better half. What's my shtick gonna be? I didn't know what personas were out there that I could call my own now. There was one, though, that I knew I didn't want to be, and that was the damsel in distress, needing a man to rescue her, a lonely dame, smoking Virginia Slims, listening to Adele songs, hoping to get the attention of a man. So, I just blanked. Knowing what I didn't want to be helped lead me to what I did want to be, and that was the independent woman.
Yes.
But I didn't know where to start. Where do I look for that? Do I have to memorize Gloria Steinem quite Take a solo trip to Tuscany? I don't have the money. Frame Frida Kahlo posters, put them on my walls? Too collegey. So I was at a loss. For months, I roamed around my house in my slippers and my robe. And then it hit me. A home remodel. That's what this thing needs. And I knew just the place. Back in my kitchen, there was a little corner that really needed some flair. I'd been eyeing it even when my husband was with me, but we never did anything. I stared at it long enough and I imagined myself into a remodel I could never do with my skill set, even though I had learned how to use a drill, a hammer, I had watched my husband, took a few notes. I felt mildly confident, but this wasn't going to do. So I was at a loss and I thought, I did what all respectable Oak Park women do, and I went to Oak Park Women's Working Moms Facebook page. And I found a company that's a man and woman, husband and wife. He's the handyman and she does the paperwork and the billing and everything. Well, in no time, Evan was standing in my kitchen and I took him to the back and I showed him my idea. A distressed white shiplap back wall, a custom walnut table that went all the way from wall to wall, on the two sides shelving that would hold martini glasses and wine glasses for all of my guests that I would have at my salons coming up. Evan was impressed. So he got started pretty soon, and it only took him like a week. When it was done, his wife wanted before and after pictures. She was amazed. It was spectacular. And I just knew she wanted an invite to one of my nights of independent women having powerful conversations. So, time went on and I did have some gatherings, some parties, friends over. I was feeling good, I was feeling pretty independent. I got this thing. And also some home repairs. I fixed some things. I felt good. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can be alone. I don't need to center a man. It's going well. And then the rod fell in my closet. And I thought, okay, this is minor. I've looked at YouTubes. I've fixed things. I don't need to call a man. I can do it. So I tried, I did this and that, used the drill, I was ruining the wall. And then I remembered my friend who'd been single for a while, and she had told me one day, she's like, it's okay to not center a man. She's a writer, so she used a metaphor. She's like, I look at them like a library of books. Think of it as a library of men. You're never going to get one all with everything you want in them. So, for example, if you want to be challenged with your ideas, you want to really have a good talk, you go and you check out Intellectual Man. Let's say you're sad and you really want a pick-me-up, you go and check out Funny Man. Or you're sore and you want the human touch, go get Massage Man. So I thought, okay. I can get Repairman. That's all this is. Just getting Repairman. I'm not a centering man. I'm still independent. I can do it. So I call Evan. Comes in the house. Take him back to the closet. I had grown in a few months since seeing him, so I put on my expert little overalls, and I said, well, the pole fell, the rod fell over here. I tried the drill, and this little piece here just doesn't quite fit into this little piece here. I just don't know, Evan, what do you think? And he did that look, the carpenter's look, that they make, just a real quick glance, and he goes, oh, the piece fell. See it on the floor right there? I was like, oh. So I bent down, I pick up the piece. He said, yeah, see, that piece is right over here on the side that didn't fall, but it's cracked a little bit. You can get it for $5 at Home Depot. Well, I said, oh, all of a sudden my eyelashes did that fluttery thing. And I looked up at him, and he's like 6 feet tall. Oh, it just fell. Okay, thanks, Evan. So I followed him out of the closet. We're walking towards the front door. He's in front of me now, and we're going through my living room, and I felt a draft on my chest. And I looked down, and my denim button-up shirt, kid you not, was open all the way to the middle. This shirt I had worn to work that kept giving me grief all day. So I quickly buttoned up and I followed him to the front door, and he's scurrying. And I sheepishly turn around and close the door, and there's nothing but to do but have a cigarette.